What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to this episode. I mean, we're late. We're extremely late. Khan had a thing he had to do, so unfortunately he couldn't be here. So we decided we'll delay the episode until Conrad's back and we're good to go. So, as per usual, I'm your host, Paul or Grim, whichever you prefer, and of course my co-host, Conrad. What's up, boy?
Hello.
So today, we're tackling Khan's least favorite class.
Hey, see. Actually, yeah. No, see.
Okay.
Not least favorite.
Okay.
It's just that they're stupidly OP. That's it. That's my rant for the day on rogues, guys. I'll try to keep that as my only rant about rogues for the day.
Yeah, they're OP when you have fucking wizards and clerics in the game. Yeah, rogues are OP.
Shit, you know what I mean.
Okay, so why would you make a rogue?
Me personally, I'd make a rogue if sneak attack, baby. I mean, if I want. Yeah, I mean, for me, it'll be a whole mechanical perspective for once. For me, if I want that extra sneak attack damage, I feel then I'd play a rogue.
Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So rogues are okay. When you look at fantasy archetypes in terms of characters, or whatever, you always have the warrior, the rogue, and the mage. And within those various archetypes, there are, of course, delineations. So it's like for spellcasters, you've got the sorcerer, the wizard, and the warlock. For the fighter classes, you've got the fighter, the paladin, the barbarian. And then you've got the rogue classes, which would be your ranger, rogue, monk, and stuff like that. And so, of course, druids and clerics have that weird... What was one looking for? They have their own weird thing. The healer class. There we go. The healer support class or whatever. But so rogues are DPS. That is your
Good DPS.
Yeah. Your job as a rogue is to do as much damage as possible and destroy shit. Getting into position in different places, getting to a vantage point where you can gain advantage, or you're able to flank something with your party members and get sneak attack. Sneak attack is going to be your biggest source of damage, and that shit fucking scales beautifully towards the late game. While your bow might be doing 1d8, your sneak attack's doing 8d6. It's kind of nuts.
Damn it.
Yeah, and rogue is one of the few classes which I would say multi-classing is not a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't have to go all the way rogue. You can just get the first. Like, you can just
get those first few. Yeah.
Just get level 3. Get your first whatever the fuck archetype you choose, and then just pick something else.
Good. Yeah.
But anyway, let us begin with the rogue. As per usual, rogues are within that spectrum of 1d8 for hit dice. Your proficiencies are with light armor, and for weapons you have simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. I don't know why long swords are there, because long swords use strength and not dex.
Yeah.
Which seems counterintuitive.
Actually, that's a good point.
Because rapiers are finesse weapons.
Finesse.
Short swords are finesse weapons. Long swords are martial weapons that only use strength. You can't use dex with them. Simple weapons, you have your short bow, or you've got a fucking quarterstaff, which also uses strength, so why? And then, of course, hand crossbows, which use dex. So it's odd that long swords is an option.
It's really odd. Because if you're proficient in long swords, it would make sense that you're proficient in any big two-handed melee weapon. Not just the long sword. What's stopping you from picking up the great axe then?
Yeah, and the thing is also... And here's the thing. Sneak attack only works on finesse or ranged weapons. So why do they have longsword proficiency? I don't understand.
I don't get that.
Makes no sense. But anyway, your saving throw proficiencies... So those are your weapons. You have, by default, proficiency in Thieves' Tools. Now, you are the guy who's going to be unlocking doors, unlocking chests, all this stuff. You are doing all those roles. So keep that in mind. Your saving throws are dexterity and intelligence. Makes sense. And then you choose 4 skills from this list, which are acrobatics, which you're definitely picking up. Athletics, not really. Deception, depends if you have good charisma or not. Wisdom, insight, if you have a good wisdom score. Intimidation, once again. Charisma, Investigation, very good idea. Perception, very, very good idea. Performance, fuck that. Persuasion, fuck that. Sleight of hand, maybe. And stealth. You always go stealth as a rogue. Yeah. Always. You are going to be hiding somewhere and shoot a guy with an advantage, get that sneak attack damage.
Mm-hmm.
So when you choose to go a rogue, this is the equipment you're given. You're given either a rapier or a short. See, you're not even allowed to choose a longsword as part of your equipment. So why do you have proficiency? Fuck it. So you have a choice between a rapier or a short sword, a short bow quiver and 20 arrows, or a short sword. You pick a burglar's pack, dungeoneer's pack, or an explorer's pack. Again, depending on how you want to, depending on your campaign, pick the appropriate pack. And then finally, you're given leather armor, which is great. Leather armor is 12 plus your dexterity modifier, which is pretty good. If you have a 20 dex at level 1, you've got a 17 AC. Pretty good. And then 2 daggers and thieves' tools. This is what you are given. I'll continue with the level 1 stuff. So at level 1, you gain expertise. I fucking hate expertise. So at level 1, you choose 2 of your skill proficiencies or one of your tool proficiencies, which is usually your thieves' tools. And you get to double your proficiency on it. So at level 1, your proficiency bonus is 2. So okay, let's assume you have a 20 dex at level 1, which means your modifier is plus 5. Okay?
Yeah.
So immediately, if you have, so say you're going to make a stealth roll. Your stealth is plus 9. You are pretty much invisible to everyone around you if you roll stealth.
That's what I'm saying. They're just straight off the bat, these guys are fucking OP. That's the thing. See, I think I finally found it. That's my thing. Like, other classes, straight off the bat, don't get so, don't become so troublesome for a DM. You know? Rogues, my god, can be so fucking troublesome for a DM early game. Like, say, at least early stages of a campaign.
100%. Rogues are... the thing is, I like seeing a rogue play because most people don't know how to play rogues and it's funny because they keep fucking it up. So I have a good time until they go, fuck, I keep dying. I'm like, why didn't you just roll stealth, bro? They're like, what? I'm like, that's what you do, man. But no, that's the thing though. I've realized this. When someone says, I want to roll stealth, I'm like, where are you hiding? It's an open plain field. Where the fuck are you going to go hide? So that's one of those caveats there. You got to be very mindful of your location should you choose to go stealthy. But simple as that. Expertise, you get to choose. You get double proficiency in either 2 skills or one of your tools, which is obviously going to be your thieves' tools. So chances are you're picking up proficiency in stealth because duh. And thieves' tools, if you feel like say if it's a dungeon campaign, like a dungeon crawl or something, going to be a shitload of chests that are potentially locked or trapped. It's probably a good idea for you to have expertise in tools, in thieves' tools, so you can pick those locks. So might be interesting, but again, you can pick and choose whatever you wish, honestly. And so even though even the thing says your proficiencies for saving throws are intelligence and dex, I would highly recommend that players max out these 2 first. And the reason I'm saying intelligence is it's good to have a high intelligence is because of one of the archetypes, which is without question the best rogue archetype, which we will discuss in a bit. Does well with intelligence. And intelligence is always good because if you're searching for traps or whatever, most of the time your DMs are going to ask you to make an investigation check. So, up to you. Thieves' Tools or investigation. Expertise in either of those. It's up to you. So that's what you get at first level for expertise. And the second feature you get at actually the 3 features. The second feature you get at first level is sneak attack. This is your DPS. Rogues do DPS. So, quote, beginning at first level, you know how to strike subtly and exploit a foe's distraction. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack if you have advantage on the attack roll. Of course, the weapon must be finesse or ranged. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target, which could be your ally, is within 5 feet of it. So either you have advantage or your paladin, warrior, fighter is up front in personal with the enemy. You hit them, you gain sneak attack damage.
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't have to go into stealth unless you want to. Sometimes you just gotta shoot the guy and you get a sneak attack by default. So sneak attack is why, and also keep in mind, when you so let's say it's a normal campaign that people run normally, so maximum level 12, give or take, your sneak attack damage is 66. If you're using a short bow, that's a 1d6 for your short bow. And then if you get sneak attack, that's extra, so that's 7d6 on one turn. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And if you crit,
God forbid you. I was just gonna say you crit on that.
You crit. That's 14d6. That's a lot of damage.
Not broken. Fuck you guys.
No, so the reason is you want the crits is because that's why advantage comes into play. That's why we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Yeah. And then finally, Thieves Can't. Thieves Can't, what? I don't know. But essentially, it's a it's a language only spoken by thieves. It's like jargon. I'm not gonna lie, this has never come into play in any of my games.
Yeah, I've also, in all the campaigns I've played, I've just seen it come into play once or twice. I think in Sands, someone tried to read Thieves Can't. Yeah.
Yeah, and nothing happened.
I think Taru tried to read Thieves. No. Someone else also tried to find some Thieves Can't somewhere. But that's it.
Yeah.
It's
like
very rare that...
Yeah, the only way I can think this could be implemented properly is if your DM puts in these things. So essentially like jargon or code names or even messages scrawled on walls, like here is a safe space for a thieves guild, here's this thieves guild's location, all that kind of stuff, that only someone who's of a rogue can understand this. Like say for example, you're going to go take down you've been tasked with by the king or the mayor of the city to take out the thieves guild. And they have Thieves Can't images all over the place to mark out their various safe houses or their base of operations or a fence or something. You're the one who can go, I know what that says. This is where we need to go to take out this person. This is where we need to go to take out their base. This is a safe house we can raid. So in that regard, it could be useful. There is potential to be used, but of course, it all depends on your DM as well.
Also depends on the campaign. Like for example, in SKT, Thieves Can't is no sense. You're not going to be spending much time in any towns, right? Like at least for the most part.
For the most part,
yeah.
So it's very dependent on campaign.
It's still nice if it's there. If you know it can work in your game, nothing like it.
Exactly, yeah. Or even it could be like you're running from the law. Like all of you have committed an act of whatever the fuck. And you can find a safe house.
Yeah.
For
find
all of
a
you.
hideout.
Yeah, you find a hideout within the city. So again, potential is there. You take the next thing, dude.
Okay. Well, at second level, you get another. I want to say broken. Actually, it is not broken. I don't know. I have the feelings for it. But it's called Cunning Action.
Yeah.
Starting at second level. Your quick thinking and agility allow you to move and act quickly. You can take a bonus action on each of your turns in combat. This action can be used only to take the dash, disengage, or hide action. I like how they simply say only. Do you know how huge that is?
Yeah.
No one else except for these guys can do that.
Yeah. Because see, unless you're a crossbow wielding rogue, you're using a bonus action to honestly hide.
Yeah.
You have a short bow, hide.
Hide and disengage are two big things you're going to
Yeah.
be doing.
Dash, if you're just like if you're a melee rogue, dash is good.
Yeah.
And disengage also
Close
is
the
very, very
gap.
good. Yeah. But once again, like if you take feats like crossbow expert, then you're good. You're
Yeah.
sorted. Then you can just use hide action permanently and just keep shooting people for fun. Disengage is always great. You run in, stab a motherfucker, get your sneak attack, disengage and run away.
Get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust
Pretty
me,
good.
it can be quite annoying.
Yeah.
Quite annoying.
Get in and out. Or just pick up the mobile
Not
feat.
that rogue.
Yeah, just pick up the mobile feat and go have fun. The mobile feat immediately removes disengage as an option.
Removes,
You can
yeah.
dash and hide.
So you
Perfect.
can just run
Yeah,
this bonus action dash.
exactly. It's kind of nuts.
Stupid rogues.
Yeah.
But that's what you get at second level. Sorry guys, they're good. They're a good class. My it's not that I hate them, it's just that I'm like, God damn it, these guys have too many cool things and good things so early
Yeah.
on itself.
Rogues get
Like-
some good shit.
Yeah. But then at third level, of course, you get to choose your roguish archetype. And in the player's handbook, how many do we have?
We have three.
I believe.
Yeah, three.
Yeah.
The thief,
Which
the
is
assassin.
the thief, assassin, and the Arcane Trickster.
Yeah.
Which we'll get into. We'll finish the base stats, and then we'll move into that. And then, of course, fourth level, you get to choose either a feat or you get to boost your ability scores. Again, you can put 2 into 1, or you can split those 2 points and put 1 point into 2 separate ability scores.
So,
And
So here's
features,
the thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
you guys
so-
can check out. We did
Yeah.
podcast, right?
Yeah, we did. episodes
Yeah,
on
we
that,
did
yeah.
on that. Yeah.
So here's another thing. Fighters get 7 ASIs. Rogues get 6. While everyone else gets 5.
Forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah. Rogues
I
have
keep forgetting the ASI also is little broke.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Because I mean, depending how well you roll on your stats, you can probably max your stats by level 8. And then you just get to pick up feats. Pick up mobile, pick up crossbow expert, pick up sharpshooter if you want. Can you imagine sharpshooter with a fucking shortbow rogue with sneak attack?
Can you imagine? It seems half these bloody rogues go for that.
Yeah. Because I believe a shortbow has 120 max range for a
I
shortbow.
think so.
So you can shoot somebody hidden away 120 feet away with advantage. And if you hit, plus 10 to your attack, plus your sneak attack, and it's just a lot of fucking damage. Or if you pick fucking variant human right out the gate, you get to pick up a feat at first level, and then just do whatever you want. Fucking go nuts. DPS.
Yeah.
Fucking DPS.
Damn rogues.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you hit level 5. Now, I hate this ability.
Yeah, as DMs, you'll definitely hate it.
Rogues get so many abilities to avoid damage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
So,
And there's no nerf to their damage. Sorry, like
Yeah.
just wanted to say there's no nerf to their damage anyway. These
they hardly get hit, and they hit like tanks. I mean, they hit like trucks. It's ridiculous. So, at 5th level, you gain the feature called Uncanny Dodge. Starting at 5th level, when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to halve the damage against you. This is huge. So say someone manages to, like, you didn't roll stealth on your turn. Enemy runs up to you and swipes at you. Maybe he does a crit on you. Uncanny Dodge allows you to cut that damage in half. So say I hit you for 20. Reaction, Uncanny Dodge. I take 10 damage instead. It's nuts. But remember, guys, I need to be clear about this. This does not mean area of effect spells. it has to be, the attack has to have an attack roll. So someone shoots you with an arrow, hits you with a sword, throws a not lightning bolt, throws a firebolt, like even spells, throws a firebolt at you. There has to be a d20 rolled to hit your AC. Otherwise, Uncanny Dodge does not work. If it's just an area of effect spell, Uncanny Dodge is not affected by it.
Yeah.
You cannot
try
reduce
to
damage.
remember that as much as possible. We've all messed up with that.
Yeah, I've given my rogue.
All of us have messed up with that.
Like Shreyas played a rogue in my campaign, and he got away with lots of shit when it came to Uncanny Dodge, and I was like, that doesn't seem right. And then Steve, DM Steve, was like, yeah, no, that only works on 2-hit rolls, and I was like, fuck. Shreya should have died like 300 times by now. But yeah, I mean, even something like, say, a frost giant comes up to you, their attacks are 3d12s if they hit. That's a lot of fucking damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's like 36 damage in one strike. Cut that down to 18, man. Pretty good. So Uncanny Dodge, super useful. If you're ever, like, if you're gonna be, if you say you're a melee rogue, Uncanny Dodge is great. If you're a ranged rogue, like using a short bow or whatever, or a crossbow, then maybe not so much. Because if you're doing that, normally you're like, shoot, hide, they can't see you anymore. So Uncanny Dodge never comes into play really. But if you're a melee rogue, this is fantastic. Then at 7th level, Evasion. Remember how I mentioned that rogues get a chance to ignore a lot of damage? Here you go. So just like the monk, you gain evasion, and you can nimbly dodge out of the way of area effect spells such as a dragon's fiery breath, or the ice storm spell, or the fireball spell. Basically, any area of effect spell or item that makes you make a dexterity saving throw. If you succeed on the throw, you take no damage. But if you fail, you only take half damage. So it's just halving damage more and 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 more. You are survivable as hell. It's nuts.
I don't know.
It's fucking irritating. So
see what I'm saying?
so no, here's the thing. Remember, DMs, you can use this against your players too.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
Throw in some rogues and see how they like it.
Yeah. If your play characters have a rogue and they're doing a fuck ton of damage, throw your own rogue in and see what happens. And they realize, oh no. Actually, that's one thing most people don't realize is the fact that I've made a badass character. I'm like, cool. I can make that too, right? And I can actually buff them even further if I wish to make it a challenge. But yeah, highly possible.
Yeah.
So that's evasion. Just take the rest, dude.
Yeah. So the next one at 11th level is reliable talent. Yes. It never stops with them, does it?
Never.
So you have refined your chosen skills until they approach perfection. Balls, these rogues actually never spend time on perfecting any of their skills,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Balls.
Most of the rogues I've played with are all nasty bastards.
Yeah. Fucking hate this ability.
They just love loot.
Yeah.
They don't care about any other skill. Loot. And whenever you make an ability check that lets you add your proficiency bonus, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10.
You can never fail stealth.
It's just going to just stress on that point.
Even a natural...
Stress.
Yeah, because...
Natural 1 also.
Yeah, because, okay, so 11th level, your proficiency bonus is what? Hold on. At 11th level, your proficiency bonus is +4. You have expertise in stealth. Immediately, that's a +8. And say you already have a max dex. So that's that's +13.
30.
You can't roll anything less than 23 on your stealth roll. Even if you roll a natural 1, it counts as 10 +13, 23. What the fuck?
Again, it is hidden up at the 11th level.
But,
I mean, there are a lot of
these-
campaigns that play around that
exactly,
level. So you will get to
exactly.
use it.
Yeah,
You will get to abuse it.
it's nuts.
You will get to abuse it. So,
And if you
God damn it.
and if you multi-class, imagine
oh jeez.
reliable talent works on those too.
Ah, yes.
Fuck. You
That's
can roll
reliable
nothing.
talent.
Yeah, you can roll nothing less than
you
a
can
10.
roll nothing less than a 10. Nothing.
Oh.
You're just forever just. And like I said, in game, honestly, they don't need like in character. These fellows hardly do anything to work on their talent.
Yeah.
Very few of them work on their talent.
There needs to be a mechanic for this, honestly.
Yes. I honestly, maybe on a nat one, given on a situation, I might just be like, no, I'm sorry. This
Yeah.
one time, no.
Yeah. Or just put in creatures with tremor sense or blind sight or something. Or true sight. We can counter you too, motherfuckers.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's what you get at 11th level. And then at 14th level, you get blind sense. So starting at 14th level, if you're able to hear, you're aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you.
It's 10 feet,
Which
so it's
is-
not too bad.
It's not too bad, but it's nice when you're in the situation where this level you're going to be doing some definitely solo scouts and all. You'll be ready to go in.
100%.
Right? And
So-
this is going to come in handy.
Oh yeah, we should keep
You'll
that in mind.
immediately know.
Yeah, we should keep that in mind. Rogues are usually your scouts.
Oh, yeah.
They're usually the ones going out alone to see. You would take your ranger and your rogue together, have your ranger cast pass without a trace at a +10 to your stealth. Both of you roll stealth. Already, Shreyas, for example, can roll a 30 on his stealth,
Yeah.
so he can never be seen. He's invisible, and this is without the help of pass without a trace. With pass without a trace,
Pass, oh
it's
my
40,
god. By
40.
standard, yeah. So by default, let's say with reliable talent, you roll even a 4, okay? But your like stealth already goes to 23 because by then you're definitely max level 20 on
100%.
like your full 20 on dex.
Yeah.
And then plus 10 to that. So 33 is the minimum you'll roll
Yep.
with pass without a trace.
Yep.
Yeah, it's it's
On the-
more I do the math, the more I get.
Yeah. Unless they're scouting into a dragon's lair, they will never be seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because keep in mind, guys, dragons have blind sight.
Mhm.
So fuck your stealth. I see you, motherfucker. I see you. Wait, that's blind sight.
Yeah. And then at 15th level, you get Slippery Mind. You have acquired greater mental strength. I doubt these fellows do. You gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws. Sure.
Yeah. I mean, the last thing you want is a rogue charmed against you.
Yeah, that's true. That's actually true. Okay, yeah. In that regard, good. That's that.
Yeah, especially
so that they turn on you.
yeah, because the last thing you want is a rogue who can go up against you, especially with some of the archetypes you will find. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah. Goddamn. And then at 18th level, you get Elusive. So you are so evasive that attackers rarely gain the upper hand against you. No attack roll has advantage against you while you aren't incapacitated.
Yep. Yep.
It's like even if you've rounded off, like this rogue surrounded him with 3 goons. None of those guys, no flank, nothing, fuck, nothing. Fuck
Yeah.
pack tactics.
Yeah. Even their pack tactics. No.
No, that's all. Nothing.
Oh, you're hitting me? Uncanny Dodge.
Cool. Yes.
Immunity damage is halved. Fuck off. This literally means unless someone rolls a nat 20 to hit you, you're taking him little to no damage. Rogues are so fucking unkillable.
Hmm.
And I've tried so hard to kill rogues.
Yeah, it's very hard actually to like even counter against, like balance against them is the right word. Because don't get us wrong, guys. Like I'm talking as from a player and as a DM, and now as perspective from a DM. Like, don't get us wrong, we love the rogues, but sometimes it can get really broken to the point. Like, maybe not broken. It's just that it doesn't become a challenge anymore because that one character's DPS is so high that the rest of the PCs just have to weaken, and this guy is just done. Just takes out everyone.
Yeah, because the issue also comes down to the fact that if we have to take into account for the rogue's DPS and we buff a monster, the rest of the party might suffer because of the rogue.
Might suffer, exactly. So it makes it hard for us. So we try to counter, but again, the counter becomes too hard then for you guys. So yeah, it gets quite stressful to balance out, because at the end of the day, we don't want you guys steamrolling through things, because fine by us, cool, kill our goons, we don't care at the end of the day. But y'all are going to find it boring.
The challenge is gone, then what's the point?
Challenge is gone. You're not going to find any motivation. Like, you need downfalls, you need challenges in a campaign. 100%. Like, DMs, if you feel like your players are having it too easy, throw something at them. If you're playing a scripted campaign, doesn't matter, pause that for a second, even if you can, right? And just throw something at them, like something really crazy. Try and tie it in also into the story, baby, and just throw them off, put them on their toes all the time. That's what you need.
Yeah, never let your players be at peace.
Yeah,
I mean, it's come to a point where my players are scared of me now. And because I leave it at that. Let them feel the fear. I've put the fear of God in them, and let's leave it at that. So whenever they're checking out, investigation check, perception check, what's going on? I want to know what's around me. Like, it's great. Tension is good.
Yeah, it's good.
And then finally, level 20 feature, Stroke of Luck. At 20th level, you have the uncanny knack for succeeding when you need to. If your attack misses a target within range, you can turn that miss into a hit. Alternatively, if you fail an ability check, you can treat the D20 roll as a natural 20. And you can use this feature once per short rest. What? No! Fuck this!
I mean, even though it's a level 20 feature, it's super broken. Like, it might not sound like much, but oh god.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, man.
Like, that one failure of his could have actually changed so much, but this feature would have just negated all that. Just been like, nope.
I succeed instead, and I succeed beautifully. It's ridiculous, man. If you fail an ability check, you can treat it as a natural 20. Now, keep in mind, guys, a natural 20 does not mean an instant success on an ability check. On attack rolls, yes, but not an ability check. Because certain creatures have DCs, or certain abilities have a DC that you have to hit. So even if you roll a natural 20, if your modifier does not exceed the DC, you can still fail.
Yeah.
Keep that in very closely in mind.
At that level, DCs are going to be really high.
Super high. Yeah. So keep that in mind.
Man.
In ability checks, a natural 20 is not always a success. But that is the base class of the rogue. Not much there, but what is there is extremely impressive. Now keep in mind, Blind Sense, Slippery Mind, Elusive, and Stroke of Luck. Chances of you getting that in a normal campaign are slim to none. Reliable talent at best.
One-shot play rogue.
Yeah, one-shot play rogues.
High-level one-shot play rogues.
Yeah. You are just a DPS machine, because at level 20, if you're doing a level 20 one-shot, you're doing 10d6 on sneak attack.
Yeah.
Get fucked, I guess. It's fucking nuts. But now let's jump into the archetypes, of which there are 3. These are your subclasses available to the rogues. I haven't played a rogue, I don't know if I ever will.
I haven't.
I don't know if I ever will. But whatever, we'll see what's up. So, starting off, again, remember guys, this is only the player's handbook. We'll get to Xanathar's and Tasha's after we finish all the base classes. But right at the gate, so the first roguish archetype you have access to at level 3 is the Thief. It's very straightforward in its name. It does exactly what it does. And you gain a bunch of features. So right at the gate, when you hit 3rd level, you gain 2 features. The first one is Fast Hands. You can, starting at 3rd level, you can use your bonus action granted by your Cunning Action to make a sleight of hand check to use your Thieves' tools to disarm a trap or lock or take and use an object. I don't think this is very, very good because in the middle of combat, I'd rather be shooting shit than using Cunning Action to unpick a lock unless I'm trapped in a room and the door is locked. Or I'm disarming a trap. Again, middle of combat, I'd rather kill shit. Because at 3rd level, your sneak attack dice is 2d6. So you're already like, just kill the thing and then work on getting out.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's not really very useful in combat. I'd say, could be, I mean, again, it could come in clutch.
It could come in clutch. You'll never know. Those clutch moments will be there.
Yeah, but again, it's one of those it's extremely general and it doesn't have very specific uses. It's just it's an option you have.
I found like an example. Like you're in a dungeon crawl and you walk into a room that wasn't locked, but then all of y'all are in and suddenly the door closes on its own and it locks itself. And like, maybe like a bunch of, I don't know, something just spawns. And then maybe then in combat, the thief has a chance to, rather the rogue has a chance to run in bonus action. I unlock the door.
Yeah, I shoot and the bonus action unlock the door.
Yeah.
Sure, you can try that. But again, it's very niche in its usage.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Because for example, take or use an object action. So, normally to use an object, it's an action to do so. So in combat, you're giving up your chance to shoot something to use it, to use an object or whatever, like use a lever or whatever the fuck. Honestly, as a DM, I'd be like, yeah, you just free action, use the lever and open the door. I would never make you use your fast hands for that.
Yeah.
So like, that's just like, yeah, opening a door, like, fuck, no, come on. But again, its applications are very niche, but potentially useful. Potentially. Then the second feature you get at 3rd level is called Second Story Work. When you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you gain the ability to climb faster than normal, and climbing no longer costs you additional movement, which is good. In addition, when you make a running jump, the distance you cover increases by a number of feet equal to your dexterity modifier. So again, great for scouting. You need to sneak into a window which is way above, climb up, no problem. And get in and come back down and unlock the door for your party members. And you have stealth and you're just good. So,
solid scout buffs these are.
it's a good scouting ability. Second story work is a good scouting. And being able to jump over like cliffs, death traps or whatever, could come in handy. Again, it's not something I would say is wow. Like the climbing thing is great. The jumping, I'm like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Then at 9th level, you gain Supreme Sneak. Starting at level 9, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks if you move no more than half your speed on the same turn. Honestly, I'd rather just get a Cloak of Elvenkind.
By 9th level, you should be able to afford it also.
Exactly, yeah. So Supreme Sneak becomes completely pointless because the Cloak of Elvenkind, put it on, you can move your full speed and still have advantage on stealth checks by default. So it's like, there you go.
Starting to get the feeling this subclass is a little okay.
It's meh.
Yeah.
It's meh.
It's very base, mediocre sort of rogue.
Yeah. It's very Then at 13th level, you gain Use Magic Device. By 13th level, you have learned enough about the workings of magic that you could improvise the use of items even when they are not intended for you. So this could be useful. I can use spell scrolls without disadvantage. I can use magic items like a staff of fireballs or whatever with no problem. Because normally, most of these magic items have a prerequisite, like must be attuned to or used by a spellcaster. So immediately at 13th level, I can use that shit.
Imagine a rogue having his hands on a fire staff like what Wendlin has. Jesus.
Yeah. Peaceful.
Running around, a rogue running around throwing fucking fireballs and doing sneak attack otherwise with his fucking board. God damn it.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Oh man, that's crazy.
So at 30th level, you ignore all class, race, and level requirements to use magic items. So pretty good.
Pretty good.
Pretty fucking good. At 17th level, you gain Thief's Reflexes. When you reach 17th level, you have become adept at laying ambushes and quickly escaping danger. You can take 2 turns during the first round of any combat. You take your first turn at your normal initiative and your second turn at your initiative minus 10. So here's the thing. You get sneak attack once per turn. You get 2 turns. You can sneak attack twice in one round.
In one round, damn.
Again, 17th level, chance of you getting this, minimal to none. But DPS. Pretty good. Damn, and yeah, that's the thief.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I mean, you're
sadly,
their
main DPS buff is hidden up there. But
you're still a rogue, so you do a fuck ton of damage because sneak attack. But features-wise, it's okay. It's okay. Like, use magic device is kind of neat.
Yeah.
And that's probably the only feature you're going to be able to get to use. Honestly, 13th level is like, I think, max for most campaigns. So you get a chance to use that. So if you have that amazing fucking legendary item which does like metric fuck ton of damage, or it has some amazing spells in it, you can use it without repercussion. Like, you can use the wish spell if you get a scroll of wish.
Oh, that'll be crazy.
Which no one else can do at 13th level. Because everyone else gets their 9th level slots only at level 17. You at 13 can use a level 9 spell.
Yeah.
That's a pretty fucking good ability, actually. So use magic device, fantastic ability. The rest of it, yeah, it's a thing. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
And Thief's Reflexes, of course, is double DPS per turn, per round, which is amazing. Take the Assassin, boy.
The Assassin.
Okay.
So,
I want to say one quick thing. It sounds good, but this is garbage. Continue.
Yeah, it's okay. So, for bonus proficiencies, when you choose this archetype at 3rd level, you gain proficiency with the Disguise kit and the Prisoner's kit.
Poisonous kit.
Oh, sorry. Why did I read that? Even I just, and after I read it also, I paused for a second. I was like, Prisoner's kit. Nice. Very nice. I like. What? Yes, Poisoner's kit. Poisoner's kit actually quite useful. Actually.
Could be fun. Could be fun. But again, that depends on your DM quite heavily at the poisonous situation.
Yeah. And then at 3rd level, you gain one feature called Assassinate. So starting at 3rd level, you are at your deadliest when you get the drop on your enemies. You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet. In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Yeah. Now here's the problem with this. You don't get a surprise round very often. In fact, it's usually the players who get surprised more than the...
Most of the time.
Yeah, than the creatures. Unless you're able to set out an ambush.
Yeah.
If you know an enemy is coming towards you, you're going to pick the biggest, baddest target in that group and you're going to attack him, and you have advantage on the attack. So, and then if you hit, insta crit. And at third level, that's 4d6 of damage.
Oof. Apart from your weapon.
Apart from your weapon damage. So that could go up to 66 right at the gate. At level 3, that's a lot of damage. But again, getting surprise rounds...
Getting surprise is,
It's rare as fuck. So immediately, your signature feature is mediocre. Like, I would pair this up with a fighter. Like, I would go 3 levels into rogue, so into assassin, pick assassin, and then the rest levels go fighter, because I gain extra attack and action surge. So immediately, if I have a high dex, I'm going a dex fighter, using a longbow. Immediately, I get advantage on every target, and because I have high dex, chances of me going first initiative is more often. I will have extra attack with action, so I can make 4 attacks per turn, and all 4 attacks have advantage.
Right.
But only one target gets hit by the sneak attack. But I can just pepper it out, like assassin with what's it called, battle master fighter.
That'll be sick.
You can add even more fucking damage on top of that, because at third level your superiority dice are d6s anyway, so you get to add even more d6s on top of the damage. The assassin alone, good multi-class option. But yeah, your main feature is just, it's so situational, and you gotta get lucky with setting up surprises. It's not that great. Like, I misread this before. I thought, oh fuck, hell yeah. They don't know where I am. Clearly they are quote unquote surprised. Pick up the skulker feat. Even if you shoot and miss, you can't be seen. So technically they're surprised if you don't hit. It's really, really fucking weird. But then if you read the rules of surprise, it's that first hit will be a crit. And then after that, you have to depend on the dice. But with advantage, and if you're up in the advantage levels, but rogues only get 1 attack per turn. So it's one of those, I don't know, man, it's weird.
Yeah. It's, I mean, if you get to use it, sure.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing like it.
Yeah. I mean, the advantage is great, but the crit, extremely situational. Extremely. And like I mentioned before, as players, it's not often you're getting the jump on an enemy. They often
At
get
a
jump on you.
low level and all, like
Yeah.
straight off the bat, you're not going to be doing a lot of stakeouts.
Yeah.
Well,
Again,
I don't think
it's also campaign dependent.
Yeah.
So it's heavily campaign dependent. So
Maybe if you know you're going to play something which requires the assassin sort of, like, sort of class to play, then yeah, this could work. Where you know you're going to be able to set up before you infiltrate something.
yeah, like I would say DMs use the assassin.
Yeah, DMs actually would be able to use this much more.
Extremely well.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, you imagine Assassinate level 3. You can already do 46 a round. I mean, on the first round. Because like oftentimes DMs are the ones setting up ambushes for players.
Yeah.
So immediately, if you have a bunch of assassins in that group, get wrecked, son. Should have rolled a higher perception check.
Oh man.
It happens, but that's how it be.
Yeah. But that's what you get starting off at 3rd level. And then at 9th level, you get infiltration expertise. This one's also, you'll see. So starting at 9th level, you can unfailingly create false identities for yourself. You must spend 7 days and 25 gold pieces to establish the history, profession, and affiliations for an identity. You can establish an identity that belongs to someone else.
You can't.
Oh, sorry, you can't. Sorry, I read that wrong.
Yeah.
For example, you might acquire appropriate clothing, letters of introduction, and official-looking certification to establish yourself as a member of a trading house from a remote city so you can insinuate yourself into the company of other wealthy merchants. Ugh.
7 days.
Okay, and I'll finish it
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Thereafter, if you adopt the new identity as a disguise, other creatures then believe you to be that person until given an obvious reason not to. Too much of work, man. 7
Yeah.
days is a lot. You can just die
Yeah.
in 7 days. You don't. No.
Yeah. I'd rather
Like
just
that.
go to an established thieves guild or something, pay them 25 gold
Yeah.
to make me a fucking backstory that I can
Yeah.
use.
Just forge an identity in a couple of hours for
Yeah.
probably 10 gold.
Yeah, give or take.
Fucking thieves usually don't rob amongst themselves. There's honor amongst thieves. It works in game.
Yeah.
And
It's such a bad ability.
Kind of sad. Kind of sad.
Yeah, infiltration expertise. Again, the role play element of this is there.
Huge.
Yeah, the
But,
flavor.
Dude, come on, think about it. I mean, okay, even that. Okay, let's say 7 days. Let's both of us look at it from DM perspective. It's the best way for us to at least look at this.
Yeah.
Because 7 days, we're going to have to leave that guy alone, right?
Mhm.
Doing his own thing. He's going to have to separate himself from the party.
Yep.
So we're going to have to set up two separate, dealing with two separate entities, one being him and one being the entire party, and setting up for random things, like being prepared for God knows what each of them are going to do in between. It becomes a lot.
Yeah.
And in 7 days, there's so much that can happen in a game.
I mean, I would say, this will only work well if you have downtime, like a week of downtime.
If you have downtime, yes.
Yeah, a week of downtime, sure. What you're gonna do with this in terms of, again, it's so campaign specific.
Very.
Like in a normal published campaign, not gonna get the time. But in a homebrew campaign, there is potential.
You were talking about when you want to write one that's kind of it works around politics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I would build an assassin rogue for that.
Yeah.
Honestly, and since it being a homebrew thing, I'm sure I'll be able to make this subclass work there at least.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't see it working in other.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. The assassin, it reads well.
Yeah.
But when you think about wanting to play it and you realize that some of this shit is just too much. It's so campaign specific and so roleplay heavy that it's a tough sell, dude. It's a tough sell.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, the option is available to you. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's there, should you wish to. But yeah, it's okay.
But yeah, that's infiltration expertise. And then at 13th level, you gain the feat called Imposter. So at 13th level, you gain the ability to unerringly mimic another person's speech, writing, and behavior. You must spend at least 3 hours studying these three components of the person's behavior, listening to speech, examining handwriting, and observing mannerisms. Your ruse is indiscernible to the casual observer. If a wary creature suspects something is amiss, you have advantage on charisma/deception checks you make to avoid attention.
Pick up the actor feat.
Yeah.
You're level 13. You've got several ASIs. Just get the actor.
You're
feat.
fine. You're fine.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing actor can't do for you is writing. But everything else, spend a minute observing your target, and you can talk like them and walk like them.
You have a disguise kit, you can make it work.
Yeah, or just fucking just find someone who's a good forger and ask them to forge this writing for you.
Yep.
It's not a good ability.
It's like they make it sound cool. Like the title sounds so cool, right? Like imposter.
Yeah.
You'd think you'd have, like, it'll be a much faster, simpler way and a much rewarding sort of feature to blend in. But no,
It's again, this is a very RP heavy class. So okay, let's say you want to so your idea is to kill the captain of the guard and assume his role. So first thing you got to do is, as an imposter, sneak into the barracks or wherever the captain is, shadow him for 3 hours, and hope to God he's writing something.
Yeah.
He could be illiterate for all we know. So immediately there's one feature gone.
Probably lost his writing hand in combat.
Or something like that. Or he just can't write. He has someone else write for him. So like it's fucking just get the act of fate and just kill the motherfucker. And you can talk like him and walk like him. This guy's kid you can put on, no problem. And then with your infiltration expertise,
it's a miss, dude. It's a miss.
It's a miss. It's a
big miss.
It's such a bad miss.
Well, that's at 13th level. And then the last feat for this archetype, for this subclass is Death Strike at 17th level. You become a master of instant death. When you attack and hit a creature that is surprised, it must make a Constitution saving throw, which is a DC of 8 plus your Dex modifier plus your Proficiency bonus.
So on a 17, it's a +6.
Right. And then on a fail save, double the damage of your attack against the creature.
So it doubles crits. It doubles your fucking crit dice.
This is, I mean, it's the one thing in this entire thing which is cool.
Yeah.
Which actually will have much more use than any of the other features in it.
Yeah.
If you're playing it, like, say, supposing you made a mistake, right? Let's just say you made a mistake, made a rogue, and you thought, ooh, assassin sounds cool. Yeah, that seems like the stereotypical rogue. Let's go with it. And then you find out that you can't do any of this stuff because you don't have any of, like, say even if you have the downtime, it's probably other things hindering you. Leaving your party for 7 days.
Never split the party.
Is huge.
Yep.
Is huge.
No, I remember.
Right.
So, like I said, you have to go off alone.
Alone. It's very specific. Like,
very scary.
if someone was playing this in my party and they said, what if I take someone, I'll be like, no. This is you doing your thing. I'll be like, sure, you can probably try, but I will make challenges for the other person. I will constantly throw ability challenges at him to see if he's able to keep up with you.
Yep.
He's not used to this. He or she or whoever they are is not used to that.
Mm-hmm.
You are. So this is something you have to do alone.
Yeah. Take somebody with you, but the DC gets higher.
DC will get much higher.
Like, I'm not going to let you spend 7 days doing shit. I'm going to make you roll ability checks every day.
Yes.
I am not going to let you just get it for free. No.
Yeah.
25 gold is nothing. Players get fucking hundreds of gold per quest or just looting shit or selling shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what?
That 7 days you can go pick up a lot of bounties for yourself.
Exactly.
And if you pick up 5 bounties, you'll finish at least 3 of those in 7 days.
Yeah. Like, I'll even do this. I'll remove the 25 gold. But you have to make a skill check every day that you are trying to do what you're doing.
Yeah.
It'll be multiple skill checks. One will be a stealth check, perception check, and then an intelligence check to see if you can maintain what you've learned. Stuff like that. You have to do performance checks because you need to show off who you are.
Yeah.
All this shit has to happen. There is so much roleplay stuff. Like, I would not recommend it. If you want to do a damage rogue, assassin is not for you.
Not for you.
Not at all.
Not for you.
Not at all. Like, if I was having a solo campaign, me and one player, this could be interesting. An assassin, it'll be a one shot. You have X amount of days to assassinate X person. Basically, you are Agent 47.
Dude, I was just what is that? I was just going to say you can run a one shot and make your player Agent 47. Yeah, give him the assassin.
Yeah.
And homebrew some other stuff into it for him. Actually, fuck it.
Exactly.
Just give him the assassin, make him like level 17 or something. Let him be happy. Let him
Yeah.
have all his feats from this.
Yeah.
And let him, let that person enjoy being Agent 47
Mhm.
for a one shot. Yeah. Perfect subclass for it.
Yeah. But for a normal campaign, I would never recommend the assassin. Ever. Honestly, I would never recommend it.
That poor player will get so bored because they'll bring nothing to the table that is immediately useful to the party.
Yeah. It's all for you.
Yeah.
It's a very selfish subclass.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
wouldn't recommend it.
Especially again, we are not saying don't ever play it. We're saying if you're thinking of going for something with damage, which I'm sure that's why most of the time people go to play a rogue.
Yep.
That's why we were going on stressing on it. But in case if you're thinking like, hey, this is also a good damage, no, it's not.
It's not.
It's not at all. If you want damage, there are other subclasses for that.
Yeah.
Even the thief is also actually has much better things than this.
Yeah.
Right? The thief is a tier higher than this.
Definitely.
Easily.
Yeah. So again,
right.
If you've got a massive party of people, this feature, this subclass, no. One-on-one with your DM, Agent 47, perfect.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Dude, play an Assassin's Creed one shot.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Fuck yeah.
Ooh, that'll be awesome.
And that is the assassin. Now,
Yeah.
the creme de la creme S tier, S fucking tier of rogues. The Arcane fucking Trickster. This subclass is nuts.
Yes.
It is without question the best rogue subclass. Others come close, but this is the best. So, when you reach 3rd level in this subclass, you gain spellcasting. You get to learn 3 cantrips, Mage Hand and 2 others. And these are all from the wizard spell list. Pick up fucking, what's it called? Minor Illusion and grab Mind Sliver.
Yep.
Fucking destroy
Mind
people.
Sliver, come and clutch.
Yeah. So I remember I mentioned how intelligence is important. Arcane Tricksters use it very well because they use intelligence for the spell casting because you use the wizard spell list, wizard spells. So trust me, this is the perfect rogue. Max your dex, max your intelligence, get a good wisdom score. You're solid. So, Mage Hand and 2 other cantrips. You're definitely, I mean, if people are allowing Strixhaven spells, Silvery Barbs. That spell for a level 1 spell is fucking broken. DMs, I would highly recommend you not allow that in your game, or if you allow them, you use it too, and then have your players start crying at you. Keep that in mind. So anyway, Mage Hand, 2 other cantrips. The maximum spell slots you gain are till 4th level. You don't know many spells, and the limitation of the Arcane Trickster initially is you can only pick spells from the illusion or the enchantment schools of magic. Initially, once you hit 7th level, you can learn 1 new spell or 1st or 2nd again, and then spells you learn at 8th, 14th, and 20th level can be from any school of magic, which is super important.
There we go.
Yeah, so 8th level is when you get those fucking amazing spells.
Yeah.
But then at 8th level, you only have access to 2nd level spells. But there are some pretty good 2nd level
Still
spells.
good ones, yeah.
Yeah, invisibility. You're going to use invisibility. So the illusion and enchantment spells, in terms of that, you've got Tasha's Hideous Laughter, you've got Silent Image, stuff like that. It's more about distraction and trickery. That's where the Arcane Trickster is very good. Once you get to a high enough level, pick up Magic Initiate and grab another 1st level spell. Like, I don't know, Find Familiar. And you have advantage at all times.
You have advantage, yeah.
And if you don't have advantage, you have an ally next to you who's your familiar. You get sneak attack. Rogues, Arcane Trickster, fucking stupid. And just like the wizard, your spell save is all based off of your intelligence. I mean, you use spell attack modifier. Thing is, you're never going to use damage spells. You're going to use debuff spells. You're going to be making it so that the enemy gets hit harder by you and your allies. That's what you're doing. Now, here's the other thing. You gain Mage Hand Legemaine, which means your Mage Hand, the spell, is invisible. It's an invisible hand. So you can cast this peacefully. So, features-wise, you can store one object the hand is holding in a container worn or carried by another creature. You can plant evidence on somebody and nobody knows. Because your goddamn Mage Hand's invisible. Again, you can retrieve, you can pick someone's pocket from a distance. You can use your Mage Hand to pick locks. I mean, if you want to steal someone's heart, you have to roll. You can
steal someone's heart, Kakashi.
You have to roll for it. You have to roll for it. Sleight of hand to pull his heart out of his chest. Go for it. Match with a strength check. But that's the thing. The hand is invisible. Lots of stuff that you can do with that. And you can perform one of these tasks without being noticed by a creature if you succeed on your sleight of hand check. And contested by the wisdom check. But then the thing is, like, if you're going to do it to a creature who's just sitting there, it's going to be based off their passive perception. You're going to be using sleight of hand. Chances are you probably have expertise or a high enough dexterity that it's not even going to matter. So it's just gone.
Organ toner, the deep web easy enough.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Oh, you took my liver. Then at 9th level, you gain Magical Ambush. If you are hidden from a creature when you cast a spell on it, the creature has disadvantage on any saving throw it makes against the spell at this turn. At 9th level, you have access to 2nd level spells. And there are some really good ones like Tasha's Mind Whip. That is super effective at just fucking shit up for enemies. And they can do that at disadvantage? Hell yeah, dude.
Yep.
Magical Ambush is very, very good. Super good.
Stupid rogues.
Goddamn. Versatile Trickster. 13th level. You gain the ability to distract targets with your Mage Hand. As a bonus action on your turn, you can designate a creature within 5 feet of the spectral hand created by the spell. Doing so gives you advantage on the attack rolls against the creature until the end of the turn. Free sneak attack.
Free sneak attack, dude. Jesus Christ. Yo. They're not broken, it seems. Shut up! Any nonsense.
Yeah. Arcane Tricksters are...
When you find the right subclasses for them, they become... Oh.
And the thing is, a lot of this is also dependent on what kind of spells you choose as well. Keep that in mind. Your spell choice is extremely important.
Yeah.
So, figure out how you're going to play this. Are you going to be a melee? Are you going to be in range? If you're going melee, you might want to pick up, instead of, say, Minor Illusion, you may want to pick up Green Flame Blade. Use that, attack, get sneak attack on that shit. Also, stuff could be great. So, yeah. Distract people, get free advantage. Apart from your stealth. Say the target doesn't, you can't hide from the target. Hey Mage, and go finger him, no? Fucking shoot him. Advantage. Instant sneak attack.
Kinky rogue only, Kakashi.
Yeah, kinky rogues, dude.
All sealed it.
Yeah. And then the final feature, at 17th level, Spell Thief. You gain the ability to magically steal the knowledge of how to cast a spell from another spellcaster. Immediately after a creature casts a spell that targets you or includes you in its area of effect, you can use your reaction to force a creature to make the saving throw with its own spell casting modifier. On a failed save, you negate the spell's effect against you. And you steal the knowledge of the spell if it is at least first level and of a level you can cast. And it doesn't need to be a wizard spell. For the next 8 hours, you know the spell and can cast it using your spell slots. And the creature can't cast that spell again until 8 hours have passed.
Damn.
You can steal a 4th level spell. At level 17, no, you can steal the 3rd level spell. You can steal Fireball. You can steal Lightning Bolt. You can steal Counter Spell. It's kind of dumb.
Steal Fireball, Jesus, all sorts of things. I mean, you'll be stealing things out of the wizard spell list for the most part, yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the ones you'll want your hands on.
Yeah. I mean, again, the limitation is
Fairy fire.
Yeah. I mean, again, the limitation is, of course, the fact that it has to be at least first level, or it's a spell that you can cast for a level. So, unfortunately, Arcane Tricksters only get up to 4th level of spells to cast. But by the time you're level 17, 3rd level is the highest you can cast. So you can steal 3rd level spells. And once you hit 19th and 20th, you can steal 4th level spells.
Wow, he can steal mass healing word, dude.
Yeah. You can steal slow. Slow is a fantastic spell.
Jesus. Oh my god. Ooh, that's brutal. Brutal.
Yeah. Imagine slow and Tasha's Mind Whip.
And then just go at the guy.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Arcane Trickster, without question, the best rogue subclass in the game. And again, it's extremely dependent on your spell choices. So be very careful what you choose. Make sure it makes sense in a way that you can use it properly. You want debuffs. You want to incapacitate targets. Like something like Hypnotic Pattern could be extremely useful. It's an illusion spell. You can even multi-class with this. Get to 3rd level Arcane Trickster, go wizard the rest of the way. You have access to even more spells.
Cunning wizard.
Yeah. Super dexterous sneak shotting wizard. You can do it.
So will the wizard get... Oh my god, the wizard will get fucking sneak attack on like his goddamn firebolts?
No. It's only on weapon attacks.
It's only weapon,
only
right?
weapon attacks,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
But again, options are there. Like I said, you already have your bow. Fuck your damaging cantrips. Just pick up, debuff cantrips and debuff spells. Rogue is one of the few classes that I would say it's not a bad idea to multi-class. Because you get a lot of stuff up front. Very front-loaded stuff you get. I mean, Thief, nah. Assassin, don't even bother. But the Arcane Trickster, you can multi-class for anything you want. Ranger, Fighter, Monk. Have fun. It's kind of nuts.
Man.
But yeah, that's the rogue class, guys. From the player's handbook. So even though we say the assassin and the thief are meh, you still put out DPS with your sneak attack.
Yeah, the base rogue is awesome.
The base features
one of those
are
few
amazing.
classes, which has good, strong base features.
Yeah.
It's the class that has one of the strongest base features. Like, I'd say rogues have good, strong base features. Like, in the sense, strong in the sense, like, straight out the bat.
Yeah. Pretty good features.
Straight out the bat. I'm
Really
trying to
fucking
think
good
who else straight out of the bat has really, really good features and then
Fighters.
start scaling even.
Fighters.
Fighters. Yeah, they're the two who... And then they get to scale so high, and my god, the extra ASIs they get also adds.
Yeah, I mean, clerics also front-loaded as fuck. Warlocks front-loaded. Sorcerers front-loaded. Speaking of which, socks are next. That's gonna be a trip. Because sorcerers are nuts. But yeah, no. The rogue is fantastic fun to play. Arcane Trickster is the best. Spell choice is very important. The thief has application. There is application for the thief. I wouldn't say the thief is unplayable. However, the assassin, like we mentioned before, in a team environment, not great.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the rogue. That's a deep dive on the rogue in terms of base and the archetypes available to you in the player's handbook.
Jeez, when we get to the next books.
Oh boy. Yeah.
If you thought Arcane Trickster was broken, there are equally broken, like not broken, equally powerful
And good
subclasses
stuff.
for them. Yeah, good stuff for them.
100%. So yeah, play a rogue.
Play a rogue. Play a rogue today.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, play a rogue.
No,
fuck
don't
with-
play rogues. Fuck the rogues. Like,
fuck-
seriously, enough.
Fuck with your
Stop
party.
this campaign of rogues.
Fuck with the party. Fuck with the DM. Have fun. Rogues are just
rogue company.
Yeah. rogues are just nuts.
Oh, they are, man.
Lot of
DMs, I
DPS.
feel you. I know if there are any DMs there, I feel you.
Yeah,
They suck.
I also know the feeling.
They suck.
Yeah. I think it's like sometimes, see, the issue with rogues, sometimes people forget their features. Like people don't use their class features. As in they don't use their subclass features. They just use the base features.
Yeah, because you get so caught up in that damage scaling, so you're
Yeah.
always focusing. Oh, DM, do I have advantage? Okay, no. Do I have sneak attack? Yes, you get sneak attack. Somehow the other idiot just said,
Sure.
"No, they dice.
Yeah.
We know you hit."
Yeah, because you're always using evasion. You're always
Yeah.
using uncanny dodge. You're always using sneak attack. That people forget about the subclass features themselves. Like you can use the mage hand to do some really cool stuff.
Yeah.
With the Arcane Trickster. But you have to sit and learn how to do it. And when you do it,
Yeah.
it's fab.
I mean, Not was one of the coolest Arcane Tricksters I've seen. She was really cool. Like Sam made sure he used a lot of illusion spells and all. It was fun to watch him play that. And my god, the fucking damage when he hits.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
always see Matt crying.
Yep.
How many times, dude, he's messed up Matt's NPCs with just fucking stupid. What is that? Those that spell matcha, that illusion spell. What's it called? It's a cube, no, where they stare into.
Oh,
When he's staring at the-
Phantasmal Force.
Fantastic.
Phantasmal
The
Force.
amount of things he's done with that.
Yeah. Phantasmal Force is good.
Made one fucking poor pirate believe that there's fire on his crow's nest, and the guy jumped and nearly killed himself.
Yeah.
But he just ended up breaking his back for life or some shit. Like, god damn it.
A lot of
Those
applications.
are the cool things you can do with that. Yeah,
I mean,
debuff spells also.
So
really work.
here's the thing: if you have a wizard in your class, in your party, for example, you can cast Phantasmal Force to make it. Say there's a cliff, like there's a massive dip or a pit or something. You can use Phantasmal Force to put across the image of a bridge across that pit. Your DM, your wizard casts suggestion on them. Ask them to walk across that. As far as they're concerned, that bridge is so the wording of suggestion is they will not do harm to themselves. They will not do an action that will cause themselves intentional harm. With Phantasmal Force on board, as far as they're concerned, that bridge is real. Walk over that bridge, and they walk off and fall to their death.
Yeah.
How's that for spell combo for you?
Oof. Brutal.
Yeah. Fucking nuts.
Yeah, Arcane Trickster. Arcane Trickster, if you want to play a rogue in general, just go Arcane Trickster.
They're very good.
If you don't want to overthink it, just pick you want to pick something, just like, I don't want to read too much. I want to just pick something which I know is good and it's going to scale well. Arcane Trickster.
Arcane Trickster is good. I mean, they require some homework to be done.
Yeah,
But
it's just that
Yeah.
if you don't want to go through all or like too many subclasses,
Yeah.
like, and you want to play something which is safe and works,
Yeah.
Arcane Trickster is
Without
the
question.
safest rogue you can ever play.
Again, pick human, get magic initiate, get a fine familiar, have fun. Always have sneak attack, permanent.
There are the job applications for Organ Dealer. Well, you'll have to roll and find out, Kakashi.
You gotta roll and find out, man.
We should get Kakashi to play with us once. I'm curious how he'll do in D&D. He's super chaotic.
We'll see. Speaking of chaos, so tomorrow, finally, everyone's available.
Yeah.
So-
2 full party sessions. Oh.
Yeah, back to back. So first, again, 3 p.m. GMT plus 5:30 is Conrad's game of Descent into Avernus. Join us. We're going up against a fucking demon. Right at the gate, we're fucking facing a demon. We're just like, shit. I fully blame Slayers for that. It was funny.
I mean, it was too funny.
Yeah, I mean, from a roleplay perspective, that was hilarious. But in terms of mechanics, I'm like, I'm so glad I have one last rage.
Biblical demon or basic? It's actually a devil.
It's a devil, actually, yeah.
Basic.
Which is
not
worse.
a demon.
Which is worse.
Which is worse.
Devils are worse.
It's just a barb devil that's just grinning at them and just screamed at them.
Yeah.
And I made them roll for initiative, so that's going to be fun.
Yeah. It's gonna be nuts. So yeah, that's how that's his game. And then at 7 p.m. I'll be streaming Descent into Avernus. So if you come to my stream, you can come watch that. And then at 7 p.m. you can jump onto Conrad's stream, where I will be DMing, and they've got a plan that they need to.
Yeah,
put into
I'm
effect.
very nervous about that plan. Me and Zerja. Very, very nervous about that plan.
It's a good plan.
Good plan. And I can see
But-
such a lot of setup also is there for it. Says that I'm a walking elephant in a realm where I don't exist. As far as I know, I'm the only one. And
Yeah.
I'm going into a place where only rich people are allowed in.
They're all getting like dressed up in fancy clothes. Whatever. Just watch the episode. I'll do a
Yeah,
recap, and you'll
yeah.
see what's up. And then post that, I'm playing in a game with DM Steve, which will be running from then on. So again, you can tune back into my Twitch and watch that game as well if you wish. But apart from that, as always, you can always hit us up on our socials. For me, it's at House of Grim, or you can follow me here on Twitch as well. For Conrad, you can follow him on Twitch at twitch.tv/ConnorBoy24, or hit him up on Instagram at Connorboy24_TV for Instagram. You can message him there about anything you wish. And as per usual, the beautiful art brought to you by Priscilla Dillon, fantastic artist and a player in my game. Hit her up at Prissy Dilly for any artwork that you might want for whatever, be it professional work, fantasy, whatever. Just message her and you can get some good art done for yourselves. So next week, we're going to tackle the Sorcerer. So, okay, fair warning, Sorcs, Warlocks, and Wizards. Those episodes are going to be extremely long.
Yeah.
Because they've got a metric fuck ton of features and abilities, which we need to go into to give you guys a good starting point to, play one. But Sorcs, Warlocks, and Wizards are left. Once we finish the Player's Handbook, we're going to be doing Xanathar's and Tasha's together. Now, those two books give only subclasses to players and a couple of new features. So we will be mashing those together for each class, and we'll talk through them and try to explain best how to use them and how they might apply in your games.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to plug, Con?
No. That's it, I guess.
Okay then. Well then, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys all so much for joining us for today. That will be the end of our podcast for today, and we'll catch you guys next week. So from all of us here to you guys, till then, roll for initiative. Peace out.